There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Pulled in at the 24. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. On 1st down, Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
30. 45's the mic. Hey, man.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hatch it, plant. Watch your shit. Hey, watch your shit. Look at this.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I got him. Go, Mike 51.
Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Zoom. 51's the mic. 51. Yeah, live. Watch the pass. Right here, guys.
Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
50. Hey, you block over here. Show it. Topper.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
51's the mic. Go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Inside. He's coming. We got double up. Box it.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Kill. 22-jet bomber. Slam. Switch. Run right. Check safety. Watch twist. Okay, over here. Hey, look at this.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lock to throw on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready. 50, plant. You gonna get this one? You think you gonna get this? What? Squeeze. You gonna get this? Watch twist. Hey, seam six.
Throwing on first down is locked. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Let's go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
now a man open down the middle of the field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Lock now. After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Rodgers now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Check. Lucky.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Here we go. Inside. 51, Mike 51. Jeff. You don't want none. Hey, 88. You want the mic. Watch the run. 26. 51. 15.
Rodgers now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A give, running right, Lindsey. Leaves him behind on the spin. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. So this.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Rush in, 6-6, bullet high. Box it. 51's mine.
And again, it's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Rodgers now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
Man, I got you. Go. Mike 51. All day, punk. Motion. Go, Mike 51.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Any day. Check 30. Check. Jump out. 51 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, orbit. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51.
To throw again, Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Mike, 51. Oh, here we go. Oh, check 24. Check 24. Hey, check 26. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 51's the mic.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure to give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Hey, Haywood. Check 45 the mic. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Hey, check Mike 43.
Rodgers again now. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw it is Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. What a difference a week makes. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here we go. 18 Gator. He's not going to get me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. Slam, slam. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Six guy. Check six. All right. Switch. Switch. Zoom. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
Right. Box it. Is that yours? Who's that?
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie. Motion backfield. Let's go. Hey, 88. Hey, wahoo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Pilot, 64, weak. 58, right over there. Hey, Foxtrot. Right there. Watch the screen.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's 2nd and inches at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 1st down, Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Go.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. That one good for 26 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Protein spill. Ready?
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Got it. Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Now watch run.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Packers 21.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. 13 yards on the pickup. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Plant. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Let's go, baby. We need turnover. Let's get that ball. Let's get 30. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Delta. It's coming this way. Over.
Now it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Love to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is locked. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Liz. Don't be scared of it. Check. 45. 61. Matchbox lights. Twist. Check 37. Check 45. Here, Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey. High 7.
Rodgers to throw. That's complete right around the 8. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Check. Travel.
They give it to Williams, running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
319. Inside. Watch the slant. Jim. Yeah, Liz. Blue draw Corker. Hey, Echo. Let's get out the field, defense. 26. 45.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He'll find Lindsey here. And he goes out right around the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw. Lock. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Yep. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Now Locke. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Go.
One final try for Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.